Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another edition of VetsPlusSports.com. This is your host, Terrell Cool Beans Davis, along with my other host, Mr. James Miller.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing this Saturday night? There's some stuff to talk about. It's coming football and NBA and the World Series. But before we get into all this, we'll let Cool Beans do a shout out.
All right, we'd like to thank those that like to show up to watch our live, and those of y'all that watch the replay. Thank you for giving us your attention. We also like to thank those that listen to our audio show. We have cities like Los Angeles, California, San Jose, California, Boardman, Oregon, Ashburn, Virginia. We got Brussels, Belgium, and also cannot forget you at Grenzeck, Weiland, Germany, especially since I had to learn it about like 900 times when I butchered it before on them upper episodes.
So yeah, thanks each and everyone for listening in and everything else. Well, we'll get a little started. You'll start with the NBA news. That you
Oh,
was just mentioning. So I'll let you go ahead and dive into that, and then we'll go to the NBA. I mean the MLB with the World Series.
cool beans. Just a little NBA news. I got it first. It was like I thought it was. I did my best. I behaved, and because I thought it was clickbait. But the New York Post verified it for me. It says after this 5 game trip, road trip that the Lakers have, Bronny James they'll be making a roster move. Bronny James will be going to the G League.
No way.
Yes,
No
that's what I
way.
was like. Oh goodness.
No way. We didn't see that coming at all.
I know, right?
I
It
mean,
goes to show
really.
you, like I was telling you, I said the whole father and son us playing on the same team was just a publicity stunt. That's what it was. They had
That's
the
kind of
Griffins down there. The Griffies came down, and they just did it for the public.
um and that's sad. That's sad what the sports world's come to just to get publicity like that. You know, and to me, I would feel ashamed. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If I was LeBron James, I'd feel ashamed. Really. I mean, your boy ain't. I mean, like we've already said, he shouldn't have been drafted anyway.
Yeah,
Okay, and then you bring your boy up is what you did, and he can't make it in the NBA, and he's probably not going to make it.
I don't get why they don't feel shame. I don't see it. They don't feel shame. Jordan protected his kids like he said he
Yes, he
didn't want
did
them in the NBA.
because
He
he knew
made
what was going
sure
to happen. He knew what.
exactly.
But I got some scores here from last night in the NBA. You had Magic beating the Nets 116 to 101. The Raptors beating the 76ers 115 to 107. The Hawks over the Hornets 125 to 120. The Cavaliers beat the Pistons 113 to 101. And your Knicks, man, they put a spanking on the Pacers 123 to 98.
Yes.
The Rockets 128 over the Grizzlies 108. The Bulls beat the Bucks 133 to 122. The Warriors starting out 2 and 0, 127 to 86 win over the Jazz. The Lakers starting 2 and 0 beat the Suns 123 to 116, and the Pelicans beat the Trailblazers 105 to 103. And today, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask because I just wanted to comment on that Sixers game because I looked at it earlier and it's just like and I still can't find it. I don't think Joel Embiid played in that game either because I looked up stats and they got they had Drummond down as a center. They had Maxey, Lowry. They have all these people on here, but Embiid is not listed.
You talking about last night?
Yeah,
Um,
because he didn't play in the opener, and it looks like he didn't play last night either.
I got the box here. Let me pull the box scores up. Um, nah, he did not play.
And
I
see, I'm
don't.
wondering, is he hiding out because
Well, here's the funny thing. Now, the 76ers, correct?
Uh huh.
I don't see his name on the roster. I mean, on the bench either.
That's the thing. When I looked up under stats, well, I went under Google and did it. They don't even have him listed. Like he's not
Yeah,
even on the team.
he's not even listed. I wonder if he's got some. He's taking care of some problems, like personal problems or something. Maybe it's the reason he's not there right now because I mean, they didn't even have him listed on the roster on the bench. Yeah, I don't know. It don't make no sense. The games is going on today. Right now in the fourth quarter, you got the Hornets and the Heat playing in Charlotte. The Heat's up 83-78 right now with 11 minutes left. Um, and then Celtics is playing the Pistons in the fourth quarter. It's right now the Pistons 110, Celtics 106.
Come on, Pistons.
That is that is in that's in Detroit right now in the fourth quarter.
That's
Man,
one of them impossible tasks, though. If
and
they pull it off, I'm like, yeah, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
them Cavaliers are rolling right now. They're playing the Wizards. They're winning right now in the fourth quarter, 114-87. The Thunder and the Bulls are playing just in the second quarter. Thunder 48, Bulls 36. Second quarter in Memphis, you got the Grizzlies and the Magic playing. Grizzlies up 61-43. In Minnesota, you got the Raptors. Timberwolves are winning 54-39. And in the second quarter in San Antonio, the Rockets are playing. It's 40-31 right now. And then later on, you got the Mavericks and the Suns, the Kings and the Lakers, the Clippers. They got a final here. The Clippers and the Nuggets. Clippers beat the Nuggets 109-104. And here's my thing: the Nuggets starting the season out 0-2.
Yeah, I was seeing that too. Yeah, they talking about some. Even Jokic said they not a good shooting team.
What I mean, what changed? Did they? I can't remember. Did they get rid of players or what? What happened?
I don't know. As far as I know, they got the same starting lineup. They got Gordon at the power forward, Jokic right
That's what
there
I
as the
thought.
center. Porter Jr. is their small forward, and you got Murray. And now here's somebody that might not be there. And what was his name? His name was Copeland Pope, something Pope. He was a point guard for the Lakers when they won that the bubble championship, and they got rid of him after that, and he went to Denver. Now he went to Denver, and then he got championship with Denver. I don't know. He may have skipped buckets, and they might have a different point guard, but you still got four of your starting five. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know.
I don't know unless some of the bench people players coming off the bench, maybe that changed. I'm not for sure. Uh,
Right.
Anything else in the NBA?
Nope, nothing in NBA, and I didn't hear anything about women's. Did you hear anything about the women's NBA? I know Caitlin Clark is still undecided about going in at the Unrivaled League. That's that league that was opened by Brianna Stewart and Minnesota Lynx Nafisa Collier. They're the ones that are promoting this Unrivaled League, which a lot of people believe that if they can't get Caitlin Clark, it's what is it? A 3-on-3 basketball, but it's only going to be like 10 teams. So it's like 60, 90 people they need that's going to do this. That'll keep it. It's supposed to keep them from having to go over to Europe and play, so they can make money, so they can still make money home here.
Hmm.
But and it's supposed to be 8 weeks long, but it's just like a deal breaker. They're trying to get a TV deal with TNT. And right now, I don't think it's worked out yet because they do not have the meal ticket. They get Caitlin Clark to play. They got, they can ask TNT for whatever, and they say, here you go. You got it.
I still don't think that's going to draw no audience. That's just my opinion. Even with Caitlin Clark, 3-on-3. You're going to have all kinds of other stuff going on as
This
far as
is true.
sports.
But my thing is, with Caitlin on the roster, that she'll draw the only audience that they can draw.
That, that's it. That's it. So, did you watch the World Series last night?
Nope, I was because it came on the same time the Knicks game is, and it was like they in the ER last night. They was actually flipping between the Knicks and the what you call it. And when I was watching, I was like, wow, I think the Yankees actually pull this off because it was like I forget what inning it was, but it was like the
I went,
Yankees was up 2-1.
I went to bed in the eighth inning. Yankees were winning 2-1. And I was like, I couldn't hardly stay up no more, so I turned it off. I said, "Well, the Yankees are going to win this." And then to come to find out, the Dodgers won it in the walk-off fashion in the bottom of the 10th with a grand slam from Freeman to take the lead. And right now, you ready for this?
Hmm.
They're playing right now, the bottom of the third, 2 outs. The Dodgers are winning 4-1 right now.
Okay, so do they
So
reverse the do they flip the script? Is it going to be a walk off home run by Aaron Judd tonight?
I don't know. It's well. Here's this. Let me mention this. In postseason play, he has struck out 50% of his bats almost. Last night,
Dang.
now I think it was like 16 of 34 bats he had struck out as of last night. 16 times out of 34 bats. So that's what they're talking about. Well, his and I heard announcers say this, and I'm gonna mention this. Well, them they said them regular season stats are all good and everything, but it's all about the postseason. Let me explain something. If it wasn't for Aaron Judd in the regular season, they wouldn't be in the
They wouldn't.
postseason.
Yeah, they wouldn't have made the postseason.
I mean, some people, and he's played at a high level all year, and it's hard to keep going on. You're going to fall off at some time, at some point. He hit 58 home runs this year. Um, he done all kinds of stuff. We'll see what happens. And then two, when you come to the postseason, you're getting the best of the best pitching, the best coaching.
Hmm.
You're getting the best of the best. So they're going to know how to pitch around him. They're going to know what to throw him. So that's what he's seeing.
Yeah, and also during the postseason, didn't you tell me before that they because you know how they have that per pitcher rotation, they trim that down. They don't have that
Yes.
big rotation.
We know what they're doing now. I think I heard him say in the national was it the National League division round, the Dodgers not one of their starters went past 5 innings. So they was pitching 4 and 5 innings, and they was rotating them in and out. Well, that keeps fresh arms.
Yeah.
And if you got that pitching staff, and they know they cut stuff down, so you cut down your starting rotation, and you cut down your bullpen. You usually may take a couple of your starters from the starting rotation, put them in the bullpen, and you cut some of your bullpen pitchers, or keep them on standby in case someone gets hurt and you need them.
Yep.
But we'll see what happens with this. There's still a lot of ball left to play
Right. Yeah,
there.
because you say they in the third.
Yeah, the end of the third, going to the top of the fourth right now. They're playing on Fox. If which well, they'll probably only be in the fourth inning, into the fourth, or beginning of top of fifth when we get finished up with our podcast. So,
Mm.
but man, that's about it right there as far as I guess the baseball world as well right now.
Right. And I did go a little bit over this hockey. So
All right, you go right ahead and jump right in on hockey there.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the standings because I didn't look up any gun because I'm sure we got some games going on tonight. But right now it's like the season just started, not too long ago. And the world champion Panthers because they won it last year. They won that Stanley Cup last year, and right now they winning in the Atlantic Division out of 9 games played. They have 5 wins, 3 losses, and one of their losses came as just overtime loss. So 3 losses and an overtime loss. I'm thinking they, like I said, I'm gonna learn why they doing they separating the losses and overtime losses. Is the overtime losses have more influence over a regular loss? I don't know, but they're leading the division in points. They scored 11 points throughout their games.
Well,
They're followed.
they may just separate that show, and it may not have as far as significance. It may do that just to show if it's winning overtime or not. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know because that's what I was thinking. Because the next one in the division is the Sabers. They've also had played 9 games. They have 4 wins, 4 losses, and an overtime loss. They only
Gotcha.
scored 9 points as far as the season goes, and then like in the and I like how this is kind of messed up how they do this because you got the Atlantic Division, and then you got the Metropolitan Division. I'm sure some of these teams over in the Atlantic, they also are a metropolitan. You know, they're trying to say, you trying to say we the country league or something? We the country bumpkins, y'all the metropolitans, and we're the country. But in the metros, you got the Devils leading. They've played 11 games with 5 wins, 4 losses, and overtime losses. But they scored 12 points. So they that might be something. The
Yeah.
Rangers is right behind them at 7 games played, 5 wins, 1 loss, and 1 overtime loss. Like I said, I'm wondering why they carrying that, and that's just the Eastern Conference with the Atlantic Division and the Metropolitan Division. You got the West. They start off with the Central Division. They got probably the only Jets that's gonna win anything. They got a team called the Jets. I'm gonna find out what city they from the Jets. But the 7 games played, 7 games won,
Well,
14 points scored. Now that's your juggernaut right there.
um,
Undefeated.
got some scores there from last night in the NHL.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did?
yeah, I got some scores up. Golden Knights beat the Senators 6-4. Um, you've got the hold on one second.
Oh yeah, I forgot that light is on the timer.
Hold on. All right, then you got the Devils and the Islanders. Uh, Islanders beat the Devils 4-3. You got the Predators beating the Blackhawks 3-2. And that Devils and the Islanders, they went in overtime. So the Devils lost in overtime.
Okay.
And like I said, the Predators beat the Blackhawks 3-2, and then the Oilers beat the Penguins 4-0. And you got some games going on right now. Um, let's see
Yeah,
here.
because the Oilers is the team that played the Panthers, and they are doing bad. They're second to last in the Pacific Division. 8 games played, only won 3, lost 4, and got an overtime loss.
Right now, you got it's in the third. You got the Bruins and the Maple Leafs. The Bruins are winning 3-2. All the scoring was done in the second period of that game so far. Um, in the second and third period, you've got the Blues playing the Canadians. The Canadians are winning 4-2. In the third, you've got the Capitals and the Lightning. Lightning are winning 3-0. In the third, you've got the Rangers and the Ducks. The Rangers are winning 1-0. And then you've got the Jets and the Flames are tied 3-3 in the third. They just started the third. And so this one could be going to overtime, maybe. Well, let's see. There's a lot of time left.
Right.
The end of the second, the Panthers and the Islanders are 3-3. In the second, you got the Blue Jackets and the Predators. Blue Jackets are winning 2-0. In the second period, the Blackhawks and the Stars. The Stars are up 1-0 on that. And then later, which I don't know, you got some other games coming on, but I don't know why it says 7 p.m., but they're not on. Huh.
That's just way. Yeah, it could be Pacific time.
It may be. It may be. You
'Cause-
got the Penguins and Canucks. You've got the Sharks and the Golden Knights. That the Golden Knights Is that Las Vegas? No. Yeah. Um, then you got the Hurricanes and the Cranking, and then you got some finals here. The Sabres beat the Red Wings 5-3. The Flyers beat the Wild 7-5. You had the Kings beating Utah Hockey Club 3-2. That's a roundup right now for the hockey as scores. Man, I'm a little under the weather tonight.
Right. I hear you. That's what you call it. You finally catching that cold from last week. Well, last
Yeah.
week you should have got it because they had that little doggone. I was like, soon as the people like, because it was just fine in there. I was like, the minute they left, I was like, wait a minute, hold up, it's cold in here. We need to get that body heat back.
Well, we'll get ready and jump in on some college football.
Yep.
As we speak right now, let me get this brought back up. Uh, right now, as our picks going, you've got me by one right now. I missed, which of course, I just threw it out there. With the upset, Navy upsetting Maryland. That's going out on a limb. I'm going to say that I went out on a limb,
Right.
and I lost tremendously, and then I lost big with Mizzou. Sorry, Mizzou. I'm not picking y'all no more. Y'all didn't show up. They got beat by Alabama 34-0. So that's the two. That's the two that you got me on. I got you on the only one I got you on was the Pitt and Syracuse. Then we only got one more difference when they finish out. We could either be tied with our record, or you're gonna be up on me on two. But I'll run some scores right now.
Cool beans.
Ohio State is playing. They played. Get this: Ohio State 21, Nebraska 17 was the final. Right now in the third quarter, you got Miami 20, Florida State 7. At halftime, you ready for this? I told you they was overrated, but we'll see what the end result is. Number 3, Penn State is playing at Wisconsin. It's at halftime. Wisconsin 10, Penn State 7.
Oh, I think I picked Penn State on that one,
I think
but
we both.
I would like to see him get upset.
Yeah, we both picked Penn State on that. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to find it. Um, yeah, I think we picked Penn on that. Yeah, we did. So, um, then you got LSU right now and Texas A&M. They're at halftime. LSU's up 17-7. Um, Kansas and Kansas State are in Kansas State with just under 3 minutes left in the second quarter. It's Kansas State 16, Kansas 14. Second quarter, SMU 14, Duke 7. And then here's some more finals from the day in the top 25. Number 1, Oregon beat Illinois, number 20, Illinois 38-9. Texas, you ready for this? I told you.
Yeah, this
I
one's gonna
told
be.
I told you this could have been a close one or maybe an upset, but Texas beat Vanderbilt 27-24.
Here's my thing on that, because they only won by even though they won, and even because Texas is 5, Ohio State is 4, and they even though they both won, but they both the games were so close. I'm like, unless somebody in the back end won real big, they should be moving backwards.
We'll see what the. I'll have to look at those other rankings there, and then BYU they beat UCF 37-24. I went down too far. Get back up here, and then Notre Dame and Navy. Notre Dame beat Navy 51-14. They'll fall out of the top 25.
Yeah, I hate that for the Navy, but I was just looking at. I said they ain't got no beef on that line, not like Notre Dame do.
um, then Indiana beat Washington 31-17. And then I done mentioned Alabama beating Missouri 34-0 in Alabama. Then let's see, get on down here. Um, Ole Miss beat Oklahoma 26-14, and then Pitt ended up beating Syracuse 41-13, and Boise State beating UNLV 29-24. And I'll go over some of the other Big 12 scores right now. You got let's see, and I seen a thing just popped up that West Virginia's C.J. Donaldson breaks loose for a touchdown. So West Virginia and Arizona's playing. It's in the third quarter. West Virginia 24, Arizona 7, and they
You know
may.
why, right? Because we picked Arizona.
That's
Because
what it is.
see, if we
That's what I
picked
need.
West Virginia.
That's what we need to do. We'll just pick against West Virginia the rest of the year. But I'm going to say this: it's just so hard to watch them. It is so hard. For instance, so you got to see a little taste of it last weekend.
Yeah.
The start of this game, West Virginia, they won the toss. They took the ball. They drove down there. They're in field goal range, but it's 3rd and 16. And this is what he's done since he's been there. He's been here 6 years now. And 3rd and 16, and you guessed it. You've only watched them play one time. And Cool Beans, what did they throw on 3rd and 16?
Scream.
To the flat, to the receiver. All right, back in the day when we had Tavon Austin, it worked. It
Yeah.
worked. I mean, and throw for the first down. I mean, come on now. It's at least try. That's not going to get you nowhere. They kick the field goal. Then they drive down there again. Uh, didn't get a first down. Faked the field goal and scored a touchdown. So I mean, it's just man, it's hard. It's hard watching it. It is. Um, but we mentioned on our during the week audio prog on our cast. You know, our senator Joe Manchin for the state of West Virginia had Nick Saban coming to Morgantown,
Mm.
which um, is a big thing because that means if they're bringing him in, and it's not to hire Nick Saban. Nick Saban's not going to come here. He's a West Virginia boy though, but he's not coming here. It's to bring one of his assistants that's coached underneath him somewhere along the way to
I
take over.
hope not. I hope not.
I hope so. We got to get rid of Neil Brown.
Well, then again, I guess that would be better than Neil Brown, though.
But so we'll see what happens with all that going on. But yeah, it's hard watching the West Virginia football right now because it's the play selection, the play calling, and announcers don't know. They kept saying Chad Scott, who is the offensive coordinator, he's not calling the plays. It's Neil Brown. And if you would look, you see Neil Brown on the sheet. He's the one's calling the plays. He's been calling for 2 years now. So nothing's changed. But we'll go down here with the Big 12, Utah and Houston. It's the end of the third quarter. Utah 14 and Houston 7. How's those Utes doing this year?
I know, right?
And then later on, you got I don't get this, man. Oh, they're playing in Colorado. Cincinnati and Colorado. They 7:15, so they should be firing up right after we get done.
Hmm.
And Oklahoma State and Baylor played earlier. And I may, we both went Baylor on that. Baylor won 38-28. And here you go. You got me. Dag nabbit. TCU and Texas Tech. TCU won 35-34. So that means you're going to get me this week with two. You beat me about two this week because the rest of our picks are the same. Um, and we'll go to the ACC right here real fast.
Why can't I do this on fantasy football? Because
I,
I guarantee I'm still losing on fan. I think I'm 2-5 now. I ain't looked.
I couldn't tell you. I ain't looked at the league. I just keep up with my team to see if we're winning or not. And Virginia Tech beat Georgia Tech 21-6. So that's where we're at right now. Uh, with some football. I think make sure that well, since we're here and we got a little bit extra time before we get into the NFL, I'll go ahead and run down the list. I mean, I'm in the ACC right now. North Carolina beat Virginia 41-14. Wake Forest over Stanford 27-24. California over Oregon State 44-7. And then we already done the Pittsburgh 41-13 over Syracuse. Then Louisville beat Boston College 31-27 Friday night. That's where we're at. So some of the football scores and everything that is going on right now. Um, but let's see if anything's changed with a couple of teams and everything. All right, Penn State's got the ball in the third quarter. There's 13 minutes left, and they're moving. They're moving the ball. They're in Wisconsin territory right now at the 43. So,
Yeah, they might get up on what you call it.
but other than that, that's about it as far as the college goes. Now, I'm gonna mention this since we're getting ready to get in NFL, and I don't know how this is going to pan out for the for the Rams. Okay, I'm gonna speaking. All right, they got a window in the NFL to put someone on IR, and they should, if I'm not mistaken, have a window to release somebody off IR. All right, Thursday night you had the Rams and
Vikes.
the Vikes playing. Well, I knew Cooper Cup was coming back. Did not know Nuka was in Nuka
Nobody knew Nuka was coming back till
in
game time.
all my fantasy leagues. He was still in the IR spot. Now let me explain you something on that when it comes to fantasy football. And there's people who got money on this. When that player is stuck in that IR and he's playing, it locks you up from getting other people from free agency that you need if somebody else is out.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying, for instance, is from a gambling standpoint there in Vegas. Okay, you got your parlays. For an example, I played a parlay. It had Cup. If Cup got 100 yards receiving and a touchdown, and if Jefferson got 100 yards receiving and a touchdown, they would whatever money you put in on it, the payout. Well, nobody knew that Nuka was playing.
Yep.
So nobody would have played no money on that because that was going to take away from Cup. He
Yep.
knowing he's not going to get 100 yards receiving. So I'd say you're going to see the Rams somewhere down the line get fined.
They probably will because, like I said, nobody knew until game time. He was a game time decision.
So and he was never taken off the IR. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So he was still on the IR. He had to be practicing during the week, which I hadn't seen no reports that he was practicing. So
I would think he would be because he didn't seem rusty that game.
no, he didn't. So I'd say we'll keep our eye open here in the next few weeks. I'd say the Rams are going to get fined.
Yeah.
Um, and one of my buddies mentioned McCaffrey. He said, you think the 49ers would get fined because they didn't have him on the injury report at all start of the season.
Yeah, they didn't.
And then they said, well, he's got a calf issue right a couple days before the start. And then he's on the IR right off the bat. Boom. So it could be, I don't know in that situation if it would work. But there's got to be something because you got all the money that was lost Thursday night because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, people are gonna be furious. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, we'll get on that score of Thursday night. That game we was talking about there, the Vikings
And
They,
if what you call it, if we knew he was playing when we was calling this game, we both picked the Vikings.
yeah, I mean, I would have picked. I mean, playing in LA, you got both of your receivers, your one and two receivers back.
Uh-huh.
That would have been a different pick. Okay, so I mean, it's just I figure, like I said, I figure they're going to get they'll get fined later on because you just that's something. I mean, and the team don't game plan for that.
Hmm.
So that was a game strategy, probably, but you can't do
It
that.
was. I think it was a dark strategy. It's like they knew he was going to be playing, and they just didn't want to tell nobody. They say, "Oh, they're not going to be prepared for this," and they wasn't.
So we'll see what happens there. But I'd say
Oh,
they
and also the face mask at the end of the game that wasn't called, and they ended up getting the safety.
that was messed up. Was that not?
Yeah, they
How
talking
can
about
you?
some.
How as a ref? Okay, now if you're a rookie or something, a ref. I mean, you just coming out, I can see it. But just like the announcers and them said, when you see that head turn, that should be an automatic.
Mhm.
When someone's getting tackled and they're getting pulled and that head pulls, that I mean, that should be automatic. You know that's a face mask.
I think the way they should do it, everything should be reviewable. I was talking to John Moore
See,
about it. He said, but they do that because that'll make the game long. I said, no, it won't make the game
no,
long.
they
You
used
still
to
have just your three challenges.
a
You should
couple
be
years
able to
ago.
challenge everything.
A
But
couple years ago, you was able to challenge one penalty. Remember? They
yeah,
had it there for a year or two, and then they threw it out. I don't know why.
right. But no, this one was they would even wouldn't been able to challenge this because this was a no call.
Yeah,
Missed calls weren't allowed to be in. I think that should be reviewed.
it should be. It should
I
be.
think everything should be challengeable. Whether that was a catch or whether it was not, or was he in for the touchdown, all that should be reviewable.
It
It
should be.
just should be what you call it. You still got your three chances and do it. And seeing that was something that was major and turned the game.
Yeah, it
So
did.
that should have been something that they should have been able to challenge, and they wasn't.
Yeah, they should. They miss. And I don't know how you missed that. That ref was right there. That ref is like 5 yards from him, behind him. How did you miss that? That's the umpire.
Don't worry
About
about that. Bill Gates is working on that right now. Microsoft and them, they're gonna replace them referees with AI. There'll be a little bot, a little drone that flies over the field and it catches everything.
oh man. Well, and you got Tua coming back this
I know.
weekend.
Yeah.
Um, and to me, I mean, I don't know, man. It's uh we'll see
You know
what
the funny thing about it was funny to me, and I'm sorry, I have like dark sense of humor, so this is not really funny. I because it has to do with the man's health, mental health, and it's just what you call it. All right, they said he's coming back. He's gonna play on Sunday, and they asked him, was he gonna wear the little coats? Because everybody don't like him the way they look. They look stupid and everything when you put that little thing over your helmet. And I would thought he would really say that yeah, he's gonna wear it, and he denied it. He said no, he's not gonna wear it.
well, here's my thing. Here's my thing about that. I think we've talked about this on some previous episodes. All right. All right. Say you put that on there, okay? That does not keep your brain from being rattled. It's
This is
like
true.
shaking an egg. When you shake an egg, you can feel the yolk and stuff inside shake. You can put all the bubble wrap on that helmet all you want. That brain on the impact is still going to shake.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's not. It's going to take a little bit more harder to hit. But if you're falling back on your head, if you come back like that, it don't matter how much padding you got. Your brain is still going to rattle.
That's
So
true, but it's more like the way I see it is more like a seatbelt precaution. Yeah, some of them accidents you see, maybe you get hit, the car get hit, the seatbelt didn't help at all. It still ended up getting killed, but it's a safety precaution. It might help. The helmet might help. It might not. Most likely, it's not. But I don't know. I think with his history
And
and all them what you call it, he should wear it.
here's what gets me, and I mean I know it's their choice, and it's to me it's like mind boggling. The ones wearing them is the linemen.
Yeah.
Um, the linemen wearing them. I mean, usually they don't get the hard hits and all that like your receivers and your cornerbacks and your running backs.
Right. The ones that should be wearing it are the ones that have a history of that. If
Yeah,
they have a history of getting concussions, they should. I forgot on the Patriots with one of the dudes, it's a defensive lineman or a linebacker. He's wearing it. And I'm like, dude, you don't really need that. And I'm thinking to myself, has this dude ever had a concussion? I'm like, because if not, I'm just like, he's just, but at the same time, it's that extra safety precaution. I guess they taking it, but I'm just like, you just see it's the wrong people wearing it. Tua definitely should be wearing it.
yeah. He and the thing is, if he would have that injury that he had against Buffalo, if
Hmm.
he would have slid instead of going head first, he wouldn't have suffered that.
Yeah, he wouldn't have. And that's also another thing in the play. He has got to manage his better play. He's got to manage. I mean, like he should know better. I don't know why he did that. Was it
He
like for I know that is trying to get that first down, but I mean like really? You want that
you're
first down or do you want to play the next down? I'm
that's
like
it. That's it. But you know, let's see here. I had a notification. It came up today, but I didn't follow up on it, and I think I deleted it. That the Kansas City Chiefs and Veach is looking to make another move trade for offense to add. I don't know if it's going to be on the line or if it's going to be another playmaker or what.
that would be a good
So
one.
to me, I would think it'd be a lineman. I could be wrong because I mean, who else you going to bring in
Probably another wide receiver.
or the running back maybe?
Not probably another wide receiver. And the reason why I say that is just because what you call it, because I seen this earlier and I said I hope he don't do it because he's gonna solidify himself as a bust. All right, DeAndre Hopkins, his number is 10.
Yeah,
But he said for the Kansas City Chiefs, is like one of his favorite players he loved to watch was Kobe Bryant. So he's getting his number changed to 8. And
yeah, because Pacheco already wears 10.
where's 10? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But my thing is, you know what? It's just like usually when they do stuff like that, it don't work out good.
you
It don't. I mean, like, yeah, he gonna be wearing Kobe's numbers, but it ain't
know
gonna be Kobe play. It is not. He's not gonna do it. Like he
that
should have went with 11.
that's only worked out for two players that I ever know just switching numbers and working. MJ and Kobe. That's it.
Hmm.
That's the only two. But we'll see what happens. I don't look for him to be like I said Thursday. I don't look for him to put up big numbers like Rice was doing.
Right.
I think he'll just be another tag on someone to throw to, maybe open up Kelsey or maybe Worthy or somebody.
I'm hoping he open up Worthy because I got Worthy on my fantasy team and I'm not really getting much. Not what I thought I was gonna get.
So we'll see what happens from that. But the games that we got going on tomorrow, and there's no London games, I don't think, is there?
No.
About time. I don't like those things.
They got a Germany game coming, but that ain't gonna be till sometime in November.
See tomorrow. Oh, I'm telling you wrong. Telling you wrong. Yeah, they got one. Oh, never mind. I keep forgetting. Why is this on this? I'm on the wrong time frame here. Never mind. All right, you got the Ravens and the Browns are at 1 o'clock. This must be on the West Coast. It is. Um, you got the Jets and the Patriots are playing. You got the Panthers and the Broncos. Um, you got the Chiefs and the Raiders, the Cowboys and the 49ers, the Eagles and the Bengals, the Titans and the Lions, Cardinals and the Dolphins, the Falcons and the Bucks, Packers and the Jags, The Colts playing the Texans and the Saints playing the Chargers. You've got the Bills and the Seahawks, and the Bears and the Commanders. And they're saying that they're optimistic that Daniels can play tomorrow. I doubt he'll play. Why would you risk a rookie's career that quick? Um, but we'll see what happens. I guess he's going to be a game time decision
Yep. But
because
I wouldn't play him. I wouldn't play him.
no, that Bears defense is tough. Just go ahead. If you can pull off a win with Marcus Mariota, which I don't know if they can, that Bears defense is ferocious. I mean, don't go put your rookie out there to get hurt. Hint, hint, like Shanahan did with RG3 years ago.
Right. And
Uh,
that's just like if they do put him in and play, they just living up to the hype because it was Caleb Williams versus Jaden Daniels.
one and
My
two
thing
pick.
is,
Yep.
yeah, but my thing is if they both stay healthy and they both gonna be good, they'll get that matchup later on down the road. It's
Yeah, they
not
will. They will.
yeah, you got plenty of time for it. So
That's right. And then Monday night, you got the Giants and the Steelers. And I'm just curious how Russell Wilson's going to look. He looked good last weekend, and he's got the Giants, so he may look good this weekend.
yeah, oh yeah, because he got the Giants. Yeah, he definitely look good.
So all he's got to do is just go out there, don't turn the ball over, and let the defense help him out. And now, by the looking of it, that Steeler offense has got a Trent Dilfer to lead the offense. Let the defense do the work.
Yeah, that's
So
all you need is a Trent Dilfer.
that's it, and that's what you're looking at there. But we'll see what happens with a lot of stuff going on, and some key injuries. You know, last week Ayuk's out for the season.
Yeah.
Um, even Thursday night, Minnesota's lineman,
Oh
he's
yeah, they lost him.
they lost him for the season. So
Hmm.
it's just keeps that he got rolled on. That's the thing now. These linemen are getting rolled on a lot now, and so that's what happened to him. So and then I mean, there's so many players are going out now.
I know it's the injuries is like, and I'm with you on that. I think it's the AstroTurf. They need to
I do.
get rid of it. I understand it's
Or
cheaper.
or
It's
they could
cheaper.
probably. I don't know if this would help. Um, hold on, I'm in the dark again.
Mhm.
I don't know if this would help or not. If they could put some type of rubber padding underneath it to
Mhm.
have something to give, I don't know if that'll work. Kind of like ground, because the ground, like natural turf, natural ground gives with the dirt. I don't know if that would help at all or not.
I think it would help because you seen like playgrounds ain't the same like when we grew up. You see that stuff they put down there? It's almost like that tree bark is kind of real soft.
Well, see now a lot of stuff now what they're using in that is rubber.
Uh huh.
What's cut up tires? What it is? If you look at it, it's cut up. It's cut up old tires off of vehicles.
Oh, okay.
Now the thing is, with a lot of the football fields now, they got rubber beads.
Yeah.
That's when you see the foot dragging, and you see that that
You
is
see that
rubber.
little black stuff come up? Yeah.
That's rubber beads. So it's probably the same thing as the tires that's cut up into small beads. But they got I need to do something that way because we talked about. I don't know if we mentioned it on our audio. I think we did because if like when you're in grass and you go to planting dirt, that ground gives
Hmm.
underneath that concrete. That concrete don't give. So what's got to give? Your joints,
Yep.
your bones, your muscles. So I think that's their biggest problem in the NFL right now for the injuries, and then two, them coming in and everything else. So, but and let's see here. You got anything else? We're about there.
Yeah, about the last 10 minutes. I ain't got nothing else. The main thing we wanted to talk about was Bronny. Uh, And now I want to talk about how the Knicks did, and we went over that, dude. And want to talk about what was it? The World Series last night.
Yeah, and let me get my computer plugged up there. There we go. Let me go give a check on the uh well,
World Series, yeah, because it was in the third. It was going to the fourth when we was talking last about it.
here we are. There it's in the bottom of the fifth. It's still 4-1. Still 4-1, bottom of the fifth.
Okay.
Getting ready to go to the top of the sixth. So that's where we're at there. If you don't got nothing else, we'll do like we always do. If anybody out there is thinking about hurting them or harming yourself, there's a quick number you can dial 988. It's the Veterans Crisis Line 1-800-273-8255. Give that number a call. They'll get you in contact with the people you need to talk to, or go to your local VA medical center for the veterans that's out there. Um, Go to the ER and they'll give you in contact with the resources that you need. Check on your battle buddies. Any change in behavior or something's unnormal, keep in contact with them, and try to give them the help they need.
Yep.
Anything else you got?
I ain't got nothing. Just other than go Dallas.
I don't think they're winning this weekend again.
Oh no, I think they're gonna win this weekend just because San Fran has just been messing everything up. They have been messing everything up.
Nah, Dallas defense can't stop nothing.
They should have let Ayuk go to Pittsburgh like he wanted to, and they was like, no, no, no. And now they got robbed. Yeah.
Nah, you're forgetting they got that rookie receiver back now.
Yeah, but I'm also looking at
Purcell, and you got Kittle, and you got Debo, and you got Mason. Nah, them Cowboys ain't stopping that.
we got Dalvin Cook. Hopefully they're gonna hopefully they're gonna run
You're funny, but all right. Well,
him.
that's it from us. Y'all have a good night. Watch some football this weekend and stay safe.
Alrighty.